Let's look at another point of a shopper. Now, we already reviewed the meaning of a shopper, okay? And technically, a shopper means someone that's looking for an agent to convince them, right? Now, let's look at the other perspective, the other side of the scenario. Now, what makes you an aggressive agent, or what makes you a pro agent, someone that's a 80, 90% closer? How do you become a closer?
Don't take no for an answer.
You don't take no for an answer. Okay, so that's one a good phrase to follow. You take no for an answer. Now, what does that really mean?
You find a solution to every objection.
You find the solution to every objection. So you take no for an answer, right?
Yeah.
No for an answer. And you said you find a solution for every objection. So good. And you know what? Definitely that's exactly what we're gonna elaborate on. Having a solution for every objection. Now, I consider myself a 80% closer, if not a little bit more, but to keep it at a realistic percentage, right? Now, what allows me to be an 80+ closer? And we're talking of shoppers, closing shoppers. Shoppers are customers that they're not ready, they don't have the paperwork, they don't have any money, their intention is just to get a quote, they're shopping around. So what allows me to be an aggressive closer?
You're willing to go the extra mile.
And what is the extra mile?
Maybe do things others won't.
Okay.
Work with them.
Work with them. No, now that may be a process of some solutions, but I'll just go back to what you said a couple seconds ago, that the reason why, okay, I'm an aggressive closer is the fact that I have solutions for every situation. So every time I get an objection, what's an objection, first of all?
Something stopping you to get from where you want.
Okay,
Objection.
so am I
A no.
A no,
A
okay.
negative.
A negative, okay. In my book of knowledge, let's say, I would call it an excuse,
Excuse me.
okay, or a reason not to buy. But yes, you're right. It is a no, and it is a negative. But for the sake of the scenario, it's an excuse or a reason not to buy. Okay, an obstacle. Okay,
Right.
a bump on the road. Okay, a situation that's going to make the sale more complicated. Okay, now the fact of the matter is that every objection should have a solution. For example, let's just throw some objections out there just to give a little bit of a realistic scenario. Now, let's say one of them could be, let me talk to my spouse.
Yeah, exactly.
So, this is one of the common ones. Now, this is something easy to eliminate, just because the fact of the matter is that for 45, 50 minutes, they never brought up their wife. So, you know for sure that they're not part of the decision making. They're not responsible for the insurance. So you could eliminate that by controlling the situation, telling the customer, look, your wife was not part of the situation at all, and all of a sudden now you need to talk to her. You could actually be sarcastic about it, use it as breaking the ice, bring a little bit of humor. Like, are you serious? Your wife? Come on, So put a little bit of humor into the situation. You could eliminate that. Now, number two, let's say another one could be no money. I don't have any money. What do you mean by not having any money? Well, what type of mentality do you have? What's the range of money that you're thinking about? Because I never told you anything. Does that make sense? I never asked you for anything. So you're telling me that money is an issue, but we're not even talking about money. So finding out exactly what they mean by not having enough money and testing the waters. That's the solution. Testing the waters, telling them, look, we may have an option of $30 to $40. Is that something that you may have available today? And the majority of the time, you'll be surprised they have something basic. And there's some rule. If you test them out with 30 to 40, and they say yes, then most likely they have $50, $60, $70. They just don't want to disclose. They don't want to commit from the beginning. Does that make sense? Another scenario, and we're going to review 2-3 more scenarios. Another obstacle would be, I don't need insurance. I'm a safe driver. Okay, so you go based on the fact that An accident could happen any minute. You could get pulled over any minute. The fact that we don't predict the future, okay, that's a big window.
Right.
Anything can happen. Now, what if you do get pulled over? Now we're making it tangible. What if you do get pulled over? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna tell yourself? Shame on you for not making a decision when you had an opportunity. So you start psychologically,
Inducing fear.
absolutely inducing fear. You're planting the seed of them leaving and having to encounter a negative.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
next thing you know, they're gonna be convinced over the fact that, you know what, you're right.
Mhm.
What if something does happen? Another scenario could be, let's say I forgot my wallet. Okay, now this is not a common one, but you know, I forgot my wallet. Then you know, you go based on the time that you invested. You know, we've been talking for 30, 40 minutes. You know you're gonna pay. You know you feel your wallet and you're somewhere wherever you have it. Or you know, once again, you can use this as a little bit of humor, some sarcasm, but the fact that they gave you so much time, you're gonna take no for an answer. You're not gonna accept the fact that they forgot their wallet. What do you mean you forgot your wallet? You've been sitting in front of me for 35 minutes, 40 minutes. You've been telling me, yes, you're ready, and all of a sudden you forgot about your wallet. You should have thought about that sooner. So I know you have money.
Right.
So you're in a way, you're gonna put them in a corner, not in a negative way, but you're gonna do it in a way where you're testing their honesty, and there's some topics for that. You're testing their honesty, and next thing you know, they're gonna tell you, you know what, I have my debit. I found it in my jacket. Okay, so overall, let's say the big picture is for every objection that you encounter, you should have a reason why they should say yes. And see, the rule that I have, and this is how you become a good closer, and this is how you transfer a lot of shoppers into buyers. Number one, like you said, you take no for an answer, okay? And number two, since you're taking no for an answer, you need to give them a reason why they should say yes. So every time they tell you, no, I'm not interested, let me come back tomorrow. Why do you want to come back to me?
Exactly.
Why do you want to wait until tomorrow? You're already here. I'm in a rush. We're done. It only takes 10 seconds. Whatever you need to tell them. No, but I need to go in 5 minutes. Well, we're done. We're going to be finished in 2 minutes. The faster you say yes, the faster I can submit the application. Matter of fact, you're taking time away from me. Does it make sense?
Yes.
So every time they give you a negative, every time they give you an objection, you're gonna overcome that by giving them a reason why they should stick around, why they should just make a decision and get the policy today. And at the end of the day, if you look at the big picture, okay, we're actually helping them.
Yeah, we are. We're helping eliminate risk, setting them up with something that's affordable, of course. Because a lot of times, they're paying too much anyways.
Exactly. And number three, we're taking care of them. We actually care about our customers. We're going to educate them. We're going to give them a lot of options. We're going to give them a lot of information. Yes, we're going to be very aggressive in taking no for an answer, because that's how you become an aggressive closer. But most importantly, as soon as they walk out of the office, they're leaving with insurance.
Exactly.
And a lot of agencies are not willing to do that. They're not willing to go the extra mile to try to convince someone that's not ready today.
Or to share information that's important and beneficial to the customer.
Exactly. They'll just go based on just basic numbers, just the price, and that's it. You're not interested today. You don't have any money today. You need to go talk to your spouse. Okay, that's fine. Go and come back. Does that make sense? And then that's how customers leave offices without getting a policy. But as soon as they walk into our office, we're gonna take no for an answer. Every time they give us a negative, we're gonna give them a positive. Now, to finish this topic, and this is a question for you, Ignacio. How do you accomplish, okay, having all of those solutions?
So obtaining all the knowledge I can.
Absolutely, obtaining all the knowledge that you can. So the way I look at it, you need to, number one, grasp all the knowledge. Number two, master the information. Number three, learn how to execute it. So by the time you're negotiating, okay, with a customer, and customers are going to give you negatives, it's just natural. You're just giving them another reason why they should say yes. You're giving them solutions, one after the other, without any hesitation. And that's what a good closer does, okay? A good closer is ready to encounter any negative at any moment, at any time. And that's having knowledge. So if you have all the knowledge, all the tools, all the strategies, all the examples, okay, all the scenarios, okay, then you know what's going to stop you from convincing the customer. There's only two rules, or two type of customers that you shouldn't be able to close. Okay, because I won't be able to close. Number one, it's a real shopper. And what I mean by a real shopper, someone that does not have any paperwork, because you cannot process an application without documentation, okay, without VIN numbers. So someone that's completely not prepared, meaning they don't have any paperwork at all, or someone that from the beginning they tell you, look, I don't have any money, and they're very, very honest about it. You even test them out and you tell them, you give them, look, do you have $10 or $15? No, I don't have anything. Those may be a few situations that there's nothing you can do. Other than that, if they have insurance or if they don't have insurance, they have their paperwork, it's just a matter of convincing them. So it's just a matter of you coming up with a solution good enough for them to say, yes, Ignacio, here's my wallet. Put it on the table.
Here's my $300.
Here's my debit card. Okay, any questions as far as this?
No.
All right.